partner, there was never a question that I would gladly accept this role. Anna is my first baby cousin. Her brother, myself, and my sister, we had a good thing going for a few years. I like to think of it like we were prepping for Anna's arrival, and an arrival it was. Shakespeare once wrote, "And though she be but little, she is fierce," and I truly think he was right. From an early age, bright-eyed Anna knew what she wanted and stopped short of nothing to make it happen. Her drive, determination, and sometimes, as her childhood friends can attest to, her bossiness, proved to serve her well in many areas of her life. The memories I share with Anna are so plentiful that I can't possibly do them justice in this one opportunity. There were trips to the mall where we would spend our parents' hard-earned money playing arcade games at FYE. There were times where Anna became so mad at something her brother did that she would pack a bag and run away, 20 feet away. Family trips to a safari and a boardwalk where we both cried in terror over animals and roller coasters. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't highlight all of the times Anna made me cry by making sure I knew that our younger cousins loved her more than me. I cried easily, but I don't feel bad. The not-so-subtle check-ins after we learned something that the other is going through, since our moms and aunts had already told everybody and said, "Don't repeat it." I could go on, but there was this one thing. It was our thing. Dancing. As most of you know, Anna used to be quite the little gymnast. I was, how can we put this, the not-so-little spotter. We would spend countless hours creating the perfect dance routines where I flipped her, twirled her, counted out the beats, and ultimately created what we believed was highly developed choreography. Leotards, tutus, and utter perfection. Those times carried us through happy moments and later in life some trying experiences. Anna, we've been there for one another in joy, heartbreak, loss, and accomplishment. And you've never ceased to amaze me with your strength and perseverance. I'm happy to stand here today and to say to you that I cannot be more proud of you. And thrilled that you found a man to marry who has such epic dance moves. I know you thought I was going to say that treats you really well and is really nice, but no, his dance moves. This brings me to Seth. As many of you know and will bear witness to tonight, Seth Martin can boogie. I think it's no coincidence that Anna was drawn to your expressive movements based on our extensive dance history. And expressive moves they are. Seth, I am honestly so happy to be welcoming you to our family. From the start, I've always appreciated your quirkiness, your zest for life, and most importantly, your love for my little cousin. You make her laugh, and the way I see it, you make her slow down and appreciate the many nuances that make life so special. I have no doubt you will continue to bring lightness into your life with Anna, and you are certainly an amazing addition to our family. So when I thought about how I wanted to share some well wishes with you both, I contemplated impressing everyone with my lyrical prowess, but then I remembered that this isn't about me, which is too bad, but I decided against singing. You're welcome. I did, however, prepare a few words of wisdom for you guys using a song that Anna and I hold near and dear to our heart. So if anybody knows the song by Desiree, Gotta Be, this is where that comes from. So you gotta be present, even if only for a small portion of your day. Make time to connect with each other. You gotta be bad, make mistakes, learn from them, and make an effort to do better next time. You gotta be bold, go on adventures, sail the open seas, okay, you've done that, whatever. Take chances, you'll have the support of one another as you step out of your comfort zones. You gotta be wiser, be wise enough to know when the other person just might be right. Seth, you might want to write this one down. It'll be good to reference in the future, maybe. Sai has a pen, so write it down. You gotta be hard. Continue to challenge each other to be a better form of yourselves. Never stop wanting to learn about what makes each other tick. You gotta be tough. I'm pretty sure, Anna, you have this one figured out. But in any case, remember that you're in this life together no matter what trials and tribulations you may face. You gotta be stronger. Remember that together you're both stronger than whatever it is that seems daunting at the time. You gotta be cool. You guys are cool, so I'm gonna skip this one. You gotta be calm. Expect to get under each other's skin and commit to figuring it out. hear what each other has to say and hold it with warm regard, even if you think the other person is a total idiot. You gotta stay together. This one's pretty simple. Stay together in life and in love. And lastly, as the song goes, all I know is love will save the day. So. So, I love you both, and I wish you nothing but the best as you enter this new chapter. So if everyone can raise their glasses. Cheers. They're here. Cheers.
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 Down to a straw.
Is that a ring in there?
How far should I send it? Do I rock it while I'm talking? Thanks, Casey. That was good. I didn't know it was going to be that. Firstly, a huge thanks to everyone. Hold on, the wind, I have to read, so. Huge thanks to everyone who was able to make it here to celebrate this momentous occasion with Seth and Anna. Whether you're friends, family, co-workers, or plus ones, I think I speak for the bride and groom when I express how grateful we are that you're here tonight. I've been my brother's brother for more than 26 eventful and occasionally turbulent years. The first time Seth and I met, I, a newborn babe, Seth, a curious toddler. His first request was to see my back. A strange request, no doubt, but I think he asked because he knew we'd have each other's backs for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
Drop the mic.
Stop now.
Done.
All right, see you guys. Watching home videos, which we have plenty of, thanks Dad, films this.
I got another one here going.
That's way smaller than the one you started with. Just saying. That was in the 80s, so, you know. It's clear that Seth was a caring and protective older brother all along. He's been a great friend and mentor. Even when we were just a couple of knuckleheads stumbling over our own feet, we've been protective. Growing up with the infamous Fat Man, as many of you know him, unfortunately, it wasn't always easy, but my big silly brother Seth has taught me many important lessons over the years. So I figured I'd share a few here that may be worth passing on. Would you please? When abruptly jumping from a dinghy that you're steering with your best friend to prank your little brother, who's sitting up front, be careful to avoid knocking the rudder sideways and causing that dinghy to spin in circles a few yards from where you jumped in, and with the propellers still at full speed. We're all here. You're still here. That did happen. If you decide to go driving through the neighborhood in the middle of the night lighting firecrackers off on people's front porches, regrettable maybe, but you did it. Be wary of the cobblestones lining the driveway, or you may end up with a flat tire. Also happens. And after a long night of partying with friends, be sure to use the bathroom before you go to bed. By the way, that goes for everyone here with a drink in their hands. But on a serious note, Seth has always taught me some more important lessons. To devote yourself to achieving your dreams, and never forget to be silly and enjoy all you can along the way. Or, in his words, life's too short to take it too seriously. Did I get that right? Cool. Find a lifelong companion that makes you happy, and make her or him the happiest person you can. It isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Looking back on the myriad experiences we've shared, I sometimes marvel at the fact that we're here today to tell the stories. And I can't express how grateful I am to be alive, seeing Seth and Anna sitting happily together as newlywed soulmates. As some of you well know, growing up with an older brother usually comes with an abundance of risk-taking and troublemaking. I suppose we have to test our limits to know them, and boy did we test them. I gotta turn the page, sorry. There are, of course, many more memories the two of us have shared, many of which probably aren't appropriate to share right now. I've already pushed the limits a little bit. So talk to us after a couple more drinks. We'll see what happens. Mom, Dad, I know it wasn't easy watching two sweet young boys become two adolescent hellions.
Not easy.
Through the teenage years. But I think we turned out all right. And I think tonight is a prime example of that. Early on in their relationship, I realized Seth and Anna were perfect for each other. But over the years, that fact became increasingly obvious. And after nearly 7 years together, is that the right number? Close. A little over 7 years together, it was clear they'd spend the rest of their lives in love, laughing, crying, and exploring this beautiful world, supporting each other through it all. Anna, you're an amazing woman, and a phenomenal human being. And I guess a good dancer, we'll find out. Seth is an extraordinarily lucky man to have you as his bride. And I'm honored now to be able to call you my sister-in-law and Robbie, my brother-in-law. I don't know if that's like typical, but you know. I'm calling him my brother-in-law. So we worked it out, we talked about it, and we basically are brothers now. I decided that Robbie, agreed that's all right. And I'm honored now to also inherit this big, beautiful, boisterous Italian family. I can't wait to dance with you guys. Seth, I wasn't certain if you'd ever find a woman in this world capable of putting up with your burps and generally Neanderthal behavior. But here we are. Congratulations to the two of you. I love you so much. And cheers to your life together, filled with joy, laughter, adventure, and love in abundance. We love you.
All right, here. Sorry. Oh, careful.